Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Guitar Control. My name is Robert, and we are about, you know what we're about to do? We're about to riff out. Now, we're talking about power chords today. There's so many cool ways that you can actually use power chords, or just kind of the thought process of this power chord shape, moving it around the fingerboard, and I thought, you know what? Let's make a video about it. And, well, here we are. So if you want taps for some of the ideas, I won't be tapping out every single little thing that I do in the video, but it's kind of just like this, you know, a bigger discussion about using power chords and maybe just thinking about the way that we're navigating through scales, and you can use these power chord shapes all over the place. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this one, and like I said, just get the tabs and let's go. Alrighty, here we are, the power of power chords. Woo, they are the most powerful of all the chords. I can verify you that. So what am I talking about? Well, there's, of course, the standard way to play a power chord, which is like what I just did there. So, you know, kind of your typical metal rock kind of thing. Like I'm just doing an E5, so 7 on the A, 9 on the D. Shifting down, 5 on the A, 7 on the D. And then 5 on the, 3 on the A, 5 on the D. There's your normal power chords. When people think of power chords, that's probably what they think of. You know, this style of doing them. So there's a couple things you can do with your power chords. You know, one thing to make them sound more powerful is understanding the notes that are inside of it. So if you don't already know what makes up a power chord, it's your root and your fifth. They're also known as 5 chords. That we call it like a A5, E5, C5, D5, any of that stuff. So as long as you know that, well, you can stack, you know, more roots or more fifths all over in this chord and make it sound bigger if you wanted to. So there's your basic power chord. So right away you could add your pinky, if you wanted to that 9 on the G. Okay? Now that is going to give you a little bit bigger of a sound, a little bit wider spectrum. Now, I tend to not do that one, actually. I play power chords like this. I might, you know, reach down or something like that. I actually like to add the fifth, which is below right here. So if I added 7 on the low E string, I'm adding my fifth to the bass. Hear how like thick that sounds? Messed up there. So that's one thing right there already, kind of expanding on that basic premises of just using our power chords. Like that. Now, let's kind of talk about the shape, though, that we're playing. So when you really kind of like step back and evaluate what's being played, the shape is very convenient. So let's take this power chord idea of just like one note, you know, on the lower string, and then another note basically diagonally from it right here. So if we played our pentatonic scale, but only did it with that style, it would go like this. Which I think is a pretty cool sound. Now I'm literally just viewing this as moving power chords. That's all I'm doing. So, oh, sorry. That's it. So I'm just like, oh, that sounds great. You know, move it down the other way. But it's that, you know, I'm taking something that I already know, that I'm already, you know, confident in playing, which are power chords, and I'm moving it through my scale now. So you could do this with a lot of stuff, just the concept behind it. So already right there, I would sit there and do that. So I'm going 5 on the low E string, 7 on the A, 5 on the A, 7 on the D, 5 on the D, 7 on the G, 5 on the G, 8 on the B, 5 on the B, 8 on the high E. So, okay, so when I descend it, I just flip around and do it backwards. So there's that one. Okay, so we have that working out for us. Now, the other thing that we had going on was we kind of went through this And, you know, these are all still power chords. And a really cool one is on that G and B. So when I play 5 on the G and then 8 on the B, that's a power chord. Because of the B string, we got to kind of alter how we're playing some things. But just moving. Stuff like that, I really, really like a lot. Just moving through those. So another thing we could do is, again, moving it through the scale, but let's add a diagonal approach to it. So let's go like this now. So we're going to go... So I'm playing 3 on the low E string and then 5 on the A. I'm still out of, you know, A minor. I'm just starting in box 5. Now I'm going to slide it into that 5 on the A and then 7 on the D. Up to 7 on the D to 9 on the G. Now here I do alter this a little bit. I'm going to go 9 on the G to 10 on the B. You could do that one. If you want to do a normal power chord, that'd be 9 and 12. And then just 10 on the B and 12 on the high string. And there you have another way of using your power chord. So we have... Oh, sorry. Now I'm adding some slides on there, strictly for textures and flavors. I like the way that sounds. So there's a little bit of a crash course and adding some variety to your good old normal power chords. Like I said, you know, take one idea that you're very confident in. This is like, you know, what I really focus on a lot with like students in person is building off of your strengths. So you already have this good foundation of power chords. Try moving that power chord shape around in scales and see what happens. You know, it's a really, really rewarding thing because you're already going to be good at it and you're going to get some really cool musical sounds out of it. So other than that, I'm going to be out of here. Make sure you get those tabs and I'll be seeing you all later. Bye, guys.